afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to a quick little update from the farm. As you can see, I'm moving an electric fence. This is field that we grew red start in last year. This spring we were gonna reseed it back to grass, and then when we ploughed it, it turned up bone dry. So we thought, you know something? This looks a bit too dry for grass seed. Very dry spring, and we thought if we have a dry summer, this field is just going to die off. So we decided to put in a crop of stubble turnips, which is what these are. The crop grew quite well. You can see a lot of the tips of the leaves are yellowed. That's because they've been drought stressed. Which, like a lot of people in the UK, we've also been very stressed with the drought. If it wasn't for this 17 acres of stubble turnips, we would be feeding a lot of silage by now. So we started grazing these in June, right at the end of June I think it was. So we've been grazing them by day all through July, and then on grass by night. Some days we've had to go and graze grass because it's burning. So about the third week of July we were having to jump around and graze the grass off because it was just go backwards again because we had that really strong heat and what have you. And so they weren't on here all the time, but we've now got about a week of these left. We've had a nice drop of rain. It's the last day of July, I think I've already said that. So hopefully, with a bit of rain we've had, we will hopefully now have grass to go back onto in a week, maybe 10 days time. And that will then mean that we won't have had to feed any silage this summer. So yeah, we were quite glad we made the decision to put a forage crop in instead of putting in grass, because if we put grass in this field it would have just burnt off completely. Cows have milked quite well. They haven't dropped when we went on to stubble turnips. They had dropped a little this last week. Or yes, last week they've been dropping a bit. Mainly then I'd say that's because the grass quality hasn't been brilliant. Grass is a bit dry and hard, but now we've got some fresh growth on the farm and it is all fresh growth on the farm, and it's taken up goodness from the ground, so it's a bit higher in protein, boosting the milk a bit, and the milk's gone back up a little. So the plan is now for this field to go into grass seed this autumn, with the seed to be brought back in the spring. And this field will be the first field that we'll be putting in of a what do you call it? Herbal lay. It's the first one we're going to try, give it a go. It seems to be all the fashion at the minute. So the idea of these multi-species lays is something that keeps growing all the time. And in this field, across this bank up here, it's a very dry bank here, and across here it's very dry land, shallow soil. So hopefully if you're multi-species, that'll be going down further, bringing moisture and goodness up for the grass, keep the grass going. But you can see the countryside is greened up. We had completely burnt off on all the banks, like everybody has really, but now things are greening up slowly. We've been out with a little bit of fertiliser to get things going again. Yeah, so hopefully with what stubble turnips are left in here, we won't have to actually feed any silage, which will be a bonus. So, we're planning now putting red start or hybrid kale, rape kale seed mixture stuff in again, and then the plan is we'll put stubble turnips in again next summer for grazing next summer, because this looks like could be the weather pattern for now. Because since 2018, since the year we had the beast from the east, every sort of June, July, we've run out of grass. So if we can sort of rotate the green crop around the farm and go for an autumn reseed, hopefully that'll mean we'll be saved feeding silage. If you haven't got to feed silage, you haven't got to make quite so much. Saves on slurry, saves on diesel. The only downside is you've got to be out here to move the wire. These cows are moving it about 5 times a day. That is the downside. But it gives you a bit of exercise. So yeah, just a quick little catch up. Hope you enjoyed this little vid. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.